a hive of activity here at the Derek Ferreira Stadium, Rose and Kariega, just ahead of these Human Rights Day celebrations. I mean, people have started trickling in from 8 o'clock this morning. The main keynote address will be given up at 11:30 today. But thus far, there's been so much entertainment. People from all over Utrecht, Kariega rather, have come here. I mean, if you can see behind me, there's young kids. There are even people at a bounce house. There's entertainment, people singing, dancing, rapping, all in the name of Human Rights Day and celebrating this important day. I'm joined by some of the younger residents rather of Utrecht. Asinati, thank you for joining us. Just tell us, why is human rights important to you? Why do you think we should celebrate Human Rights Day?
Hello. I think we should celebrate Human Rights Day because it reminds us of the heroes who fought for us, and we should appreciate the past, and we should appreciate what they did for us.
And you know, there's obviously a lot of human rights and we have a lot of freedoms in South Africa. What are some of the human rights that are important to you or that you think are important in this country?
One of the human rights I think that are important to me is rights to education. We should have the right to educate ourselves about the things that happened, and we should have the right to be free in terms of freedom of speech, say things that are not contributing to our youth. And I think one of the most important is we should the right to freedom.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's one of the most important things in our lives.
Asanati, thank you. The National Human Rights Day celebrations are in Kariega this year because it is the 40th commemoration of the Langa Massacre, a very sad time in our history indeed, where 35 people were gunned down less than 5 kilometers away from where I'm standing right now, as they were trying to get a funeral of one of the slain sixth youths here in Langa in 1985, about 40 years ago. There's another learner here that I'm joined with now, Sipe. Sipe, just tell us, we obviously, both of us are born free. We're born post 94 rather. What are some of the human rights do you think that are still lacking? Where do you think South Africa can improve on, maybe in school or in your community?
The lacking human rights that I think needs some improvement is the right to healthcare. Because some of the centers that provide healthcare to people, they lack, and sometimes people go there and they tell them that they don't have their medicines, or they haven't received any supplies from anyone. And also I would like to talk on the right to safety, because right now we're in a town that has a high crime rate, so government needs to put more effort into implementing that right, because it's very, very important.
So I would assume the right to healthcare and safety is a big priority in your life.
I would say it's a big priority because as a learner, you need an environment that's going to be conducive and motivate you to chase your dreams and goals. If you're in an environment where you're going to go to school and going to fear that your bag is going to get stolen or something's going to go wrong, or when maybe it's one of those days where you get sick at school and you don't have a clinic that is open or has the necessary medicine for you to be helped. So it's important in that way for me.
Sipe, thank you so much. Well, these are just some of the learners from the area in Kariega at one of the schools, just saying, although they are celebrating Human Rights Day, there are some rights that they believe the government can work on, like he was mentioning in this town specifically, the issue of safety and security, and they say a very high crime rate, a very high gangsterism rate, where young learners, young men, young women die almost daily with random shootings, robberies within schools. And I think that's also a message that these learners want to take to government, and just a plea for them to, on this human rights, to just look at the issues that they need to work on.